He's the host with the most. She's the queen on the scene. You're listening to the Todd Newton Show with Maria Todd.
The Todd Newton Show, Maria Todd. ToddNewtonOnline.com is where you can find us online. I don't know if you saw, Maria is always so good on TikTok. We communicate more now on TikTok, I think, than we do via text. But did you see that, the video I did from that little bait shop in San Diego? It's a bait shop and a bistro.
Yes. I'm like, and bistro, the fanciest name you could have for a restaurant.
And you're smelling
not
worms.
Bait shop and, like, anything but, bait shop and bar, or bait shop, bar and grill.
And that's exactly what, it's an old bait shop on a dock, and it's cool. I mean, a lot of people fishing off the pier and having a great time, but there's a little bistro connected to it, and they serve great sausages and pulled pork sandwiches and the whole deal. Well, I had lunch there, and I had been filming most of the day, and I had a couple of cups of coffee. You have breakfast. Nature comes a calling. You know what I mean? So I go into the little bait shop toilet to do my business, as people will do, and sure enough, I get the knock. You ever get the knock when you're in there?
Oh, because there's only one bathroom, and the person's like, "Hurry up!"
Yeah, and I know. Yeah. And this was a rather intense knock because people are fishing, and they were in a hurry. They wanted to get back to their poles and stuff, and so I was trying to think of something other than occupied or I'm in here, something other than that to say. So of course, Maria, I go to our friends that listen to us every day, and I throw it up on our Facebook page. And I say, I ask, what do you say when someone knocks on the bathroom door when you're sitting on the throne? When you're mid-action, it's not like you can jump up, wash your hands, and leave. Like you still,
right? It's like, dude, you're in here.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you feel like saying it's going to be another couple of minutes, and I apologize in advance. Something like that. Give me.
How about try the gas station next door?
That's a good one. Here are some of the responses we got. Come back with a warrant. That's my new one.
That's it.
I'm going to use.
That's it.
What about this one? Hey, just a second. Let me scoot over. I like that one too.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
How about this one? Be right out. Just finishing up the paperwork. And here's, by the way, thank you for all the input, by the way. You're a clever group out there. Here's the last one here. Something you say when someone knocks on the bathroom door when you're doing your business. Come on in. I could use a little help in here. You will not hear another knock. You also get a lot of knocks when you are on a road trip and you pull over at a gas station, and they've only got one or two. I would almost rather go in a busy bathroom with a bunch of stalls because at least that takes the pressure off,
Let me say this, living in Texas now for these last few years.
Yes.
Buc-ee's. The first time I ever went to one, and now they've expanded to a couple other southern states. So if they have a Buc-ee's in your state, go there if you can. Because the thing that made me go, they had these billboards that said, cleanest restrooms in Texas. So, of course, I had to go because to see if they had the cleanest restrooms in Texas. And you know what?
What?
They did.
All right, Buc-ee's. There you go. And do they have multiple stalls so there's no overlapping?
Multiple stalls. They have lights so you can tell whether it's occupied or not. You don't have to do the knock.
See, that's like what they do in Europe. That's the way to do it right there.
And it's like they have floor-to-ceiling, like, partitions, so you're not like, people next to you can't hear what you're doing.
And nobody's looking at your shoes.
Nope, right, exactly. Nobody's going, hey, could you pass a roll under the stall?
All I can think about is
more great talk with Todd and Maria
right now
is just minutes away. The Todd Newton Show with Maria Todd.
turn it up.
Talk as refreshing as the smell of coconut-scented sunscreen. Welcome back to the Todd Newton Show with Maria Todd.
Maria, I think you're going to like this. You and I are both big animal people, and
absolutely.
And occasionally, when you're animal folks, when you got your fur babies running around the house, occasionally you get an emergency, And if it's after hours, maybe you've called one of these pet hotlines that they can provide a little bit of comfort or advice to kind of put your mind at ease. If the vet is closed. I mean, now they have 24-hour vets, but you don't always know if what's going on requires a vet visit. So these are some real calls, real issues from pet people that have come into the 24-hour pet hotline. Are you ready for this?
I am ready.
Now, I'm guessing a lot of these probably came in the middle of the night, so there might have been a little drinking involved. You know what I'm saying? One gentleman called the pet hotline, and he asked, yes, I have a neutered male cat. How old should he be before I can breed him? That was an actual call.
Okay. Ooh, boy. Back to the biology board.
Yeah. Another call that came into the pet hotline. Is it normal for my dog to shed? Yes, sir. It is normal for your dog to shed. It is.
I got one downstairs with balls of hair now. You think I got an extra dog?
Which one is that? Which one sheds so much?
Raylan, the big one. He sheds so much.
Named after your favorite television Texas
character
Ranger.
At the time. It was Raylan Gibbons on Justified.
Another call that came into the pet hotline. How can I keep my cat from stealing my husband's toothbrush?
What?
Maybe.
You gonna make the cat the scapegoat?
Yeah, I'm no veterinarian, but maybe put the toothbrush in a drawer. May do that. Another call. How do I stop my cat from giving its food to my dog? Well, that's just sweet, is what that is.
Oh,
I love that.
Maybe
And
stop feeding the cat dog food.
yeah, last one. Where can I get a 6-toed cat? Now, let me just say this. You ever seen one of those 6-toed kitties? Polydactyl?
I used to own one.
Oh, you did?
His name was Mr. Paws.
Okay.
He looked like he had 2 baseball mitts for his front paws.
Yeah. Now, this is a physical anomaly. Mm-hmm. Polydactyl cats. I first saw these down in Key West at Ernest Hemingway's estate. Because Ernest Hemingway used to love these 6-toed cats. And he would have a lot of them. And, of course, back in those days, there was no spaying or neutering. So cats would reproduce. A lot of times that would pass on down the genetic line. And there are probably 15 of those cats walking around the estate down there, Hemingway's home in Key West. And they are fascinating. It doesn't hurt them at all. It doesn't affect them. They don't know. They don't care. But these cats are just all over. They're outside. They'll come right up to you. They're inside the house. If you're in Hemingway's bedroom, a lot of times they're laying on the bed. And
my God.
Yeah, you just look at the toes. And I thought to myself at that point, I'm like, I would like to have, but I would want one of those, like one of Hemingway's.
One of Hemingway's cats.
Yeah. But I looked and I'm like, are these cats adoptable? And the estate's like, no. And they're very well cared for there, obviously. Anyway,
I bet.
Interesting calls to the pet hotline. One can only imagine what comes through in those early morning, slightly inebriated hours.
Want more Todd and Maria? Connect with the show.
Turn it up.
By visiting ToddNewtonOnline.com.